Hello, everyone, and welcome to us live reacting to PlayStation's State of Play today. Pretty sure it's going to be all Ratchet and Clank with some indies thrown in the mix. Today, I'm joined by Noisy Shark himself, John. John, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
A little stuffy, but we're hanging in there.
That's right. That's right. And we're also joined by Richie. Richie, how's it going?
Oh, that's me. I'm doing pretty good.
It's a you.
It's me. It's not
Quick question: what do we think the two indies are going to be?
God of War.
That's not an indie.
God of War.
That's not an indie. Get it together. I have a feeling it's going to be
Hollow Knight.
that cat game, and probably the what's
The
that?
good.
Oh,
The dinosaur one. Goodbye something high or something like that.
No,
Yeah,
I think they're going to
I
say
hope
Hades
it's
is
the
on
dinosaur one.
PS5 already.
I'd be okay if Hades was on PS5. It plays really good with a PS5 controller. I can tell you that.
uh-huh.
I wouldn't know. I got 22 seconds. Let me go grab a drink, and I'll be right back.
I hope it's that.
All right, John. We'll carry the conversation. So,
Uh-huh.
God of War is going to be, getting a release date today. Calling it now. I'm calling it.
I think you might be disappointed, but
Probably.
I don't have any inside information.
I usually am. Oh, here we go. E10.
Oh, it's Spider-Man.
Let's do it.
Oh no, that wasn't Spider-Man logo.
It's a Spider-Man. Oh,
It's a Spooderman.
Welcome to an all-new
Alright, you
State
guys
of
are
Play.
behind.
We've got more than 15
We're
minutes
close,
of
yeah,
new Ratchet
unfortunately,
and
I'm
Clank
behind.
Rift Apart PS5 gameplay coming.
let me see if I could update it. No, don't.
Made it to 4546B. Landing
Yeah,
was
you're only like a second behind now.
a bit rough, but I don't think they spotted me.
Hi, I'm Jeff, audio producer at Unknown
Is this a new PS Vita game?
Set 1 year
This
after
looks
the
like-
award-winning original,
Yeah,
Subnautica
that's what I
Below
thought.
Zero
Yeah.
plunges players into a frigid underwater
it's
adventure
VR.
in search of answers.
Oh my God, could you imagine?
Here, the native
Dude,
wildlife.
I played No
Subnautica
Man's
might
Sky
be
in
VR.
you a tasty treat,
VR.
assuming you don't become an ice pod
Yeah.
first.
Oh
It
wait,
made me
no,
sick.
they're
The
making a
research
new
crew has
VR,
vanished,
so
including your
oh,
sister.
This was Sam's necklace.
Yeah, this is
She
definitely
never took it
VR.
off.
To uncover the truth, you'll need
There's
to
no
get
way it's not.
crafty, building tools and shelter for your
Okay.
survival. But even that may not be enough.
Oh, now Ruben's actually ahead of me.
Aha.
I told you to stay off my land.
With the PS5
For some reason, I'm
DualSense
ahead of both
controller,
of you.
every icy shot
Aha,
feels
now
like
I'm
it's
ahead.
being sent right into your hands. The haptic feedback system allows you to feel each
Super.
adrenaline-filled chase and provides visual and audio cues as you use resources, encounter key game moments, or get into situations where it's probably
I love
best
running.
to run.
Don't you,
thought
By
Ruben?
the
this
time
was
you
a
squint to see what's
submarine
ahead, it
game.
may already be too late. Fortunately,
first one a
when you play
submarine
Below
game, or
Zero
was
on
this
PS5,
first
Well, yeah. I mean, it takes place underwater. It's like Ark, but underwater.
No, but I thought it was like,
performance mode.
and
if you
a
already own
platformer.
a physical or
Just
digital
like-
version
Not
No,
platformer.
that's the Capcom one. That's the Metroidvania one.
Yeah.
Something below, or
Oh.
cost.
yeah.
I have it on Switch. It's actually pretty fun. I got it for like $5 on sale.
When it launches on
because I also
PS5
grabbed
and
Subnautica
PS4 on May
when
14th.
they got it for free.
Yeah, I don't see PSVR on there.
Oh,
so
there we go. Coming to PS4.
Oh shit.
I'm focused.
Oh
on English.
shit.
Okay.
Okay.
It says footage captured on PS4.
Unfortunate.
So it's coming to PS4 and PS5.
Yeah, most likely.
Oh, okay, I'll buy it.
It's Ratchet
That's
and Clank.
Clank.
Oh my god. So those were our indie titles.
Yep. I'm glad they got them out of the way.
Oh, okay.
Ratchet and Clank exclusive.
We can't wait to dive
Nice.
deep into Subnautica Below
Ha,
Zero
dive deep.
and make baseless accusations against our crewmates in Among Us later this year.
Among Us.
Looks like Ratchet and the gang are ready for the spotlight. Next
Yes.
up, Insomniac Games will lead us on a tour.
Do you think
of
there's
this
gonna be a
June's
Spider-Man
PS5
Easter egg?
action adventure.
Maybe I could
Miles
see it
Morales costume.
for Ratchet or for Clank.
Yeah.
Clank's just
Ooh.
a Spider-Man backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Clank is the cat from Miles
Yeah, I was just
Morales.
gonna say that. I was just gonna say that.
Rivet.
So is that her version of Clank,
No, that's
or is that actual Clank?
The yellow.
oh, the
thing.
yellow thing is her version of Clank. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So she's got the C-3PO arm. Got it.
I was gonna go with she's the Winter Soldier. I was gonna laugh if that was it.
Ratchet and
And
Clank
then they were
Rift
like,
Apart.
goodbye.
That was it,
That was
yeah.
the presentation.
Ratchet and Clank adventure.
What are you guys'
from the
thoughts
ground
on
up
this?
for the PlayStation 5 console. Today we're going to introduce you to some of the gameplay, characters, and arsenal. of
Arsenal's
Rift
the
Apart.
most important part.
Whether
I
you've
should have
played
asked.
every
My
game
mics
since
or
Ratchet
my
and Clank's
fan's not
debut,
too loud behind
or
us.
you're brand
Nope,
new to
right.
the
don't even
series,
hear
Oh,
Rift
thank God.
Apart
I
is a
only know
standalone
it's there
adventure
'cause he
that
said
you
it.
won't want to
Yep.
miss. Let's get into it.
Oops.
Clank? Clank?
God, this looks so good.
Wombats?
My
I think it's
God.
pretty
What
bold
is
of
this
them
place?
to make it a direct sequel to that one PS3 game.
Oh,
Into
Dimension.
The Nexus.
It's
or
been
Into
a-
the. Is this a sequel to Into the
Where
Nexus?
Are you, Clank?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Maybe someone around here is seeing.
The portals
Have any of
that
you
you're
seen a
seeing
little gray
were like
robot
the
anywhere?
the main part of
Green
Into the
eyes, red
Nexus.
antenna?
I never got
Very
to play
charming.
Into the Nexus. I heard it wasn't that good.
I haven't played. Like,
It was relatively short.
I played all of them on PS3.
Ratchet has
I
been
think,
separated from his
and,
best
like, I
friend and
forgot
partner
the whole
Clank,
story.
and is now in a new dimension.
See, I've
in
played
a
the
mysterious
trilogy,
urban sprawl
and I've played
called Nefarious City.
like Secret Agent Clank on the PSP, which was actually really fun.
I think at this point the only connected ones that they've been focusing on are the PS3 trilogy, which is Tools of Destruction, A Crack in Time, and Into the Nexus.
I feel like after this, you have to like remake those, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I hope we get a remake for like Going Commando and Up Your Arsenal.
Please let there be good news behind here.
At least put them like in a trilogy or something.
Yeah.
Ratchet quickly
PS3
finds out
games
that
weren't
in this
bad.
dimension, Dr. Nefarious is a much more capable villain.
Bring back the main villain from the first Ratchet and Clank.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see Alien Donald Trump come back.
Emperor? Does that mean there are two Nefariouses now?
Nefarious.
Clank
Nefarious Eye?
Nefarious later.
Yeah.
Maybe he's in
Got
this
me,
bazaar.
got me.
Thanks to the new hardware, the worlds in Rift Apart are more beautiful than ever. Cities are full of life with traffic and civilians milling about everywhere. Rift Apart is full of the
This is like
unexpected.
Coruscant and
Characters
Attack
in
of
this
the
new
Oh.
dimension are
But
not
good.
always the same as they were in Ratchet and Clank's dimension.
He does not have
looks so
Clank in this
good.
game.
Ratchet comes across Miss Zircon, the weapon vendor in Rift Apart.
Wait a second.
Oh, there's
Oh.
our Spider-Man Easter egg.
It's the alien from Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the?
Oh, the egg people.
Oh, the eyes you're talking about for the Spider-Man reference?
Yeah, the eyes are the Spider-Man goggles.
The resistance?
Oh dang, you're right. That's funny.
Oh, apologies, sugar.
I-
Miss Zircon is
I
still
almost
there
wish she was
to
kind of
all
voiced
this
by
espionage.
what's her name from Monsters Inc.
Oh, the old lady.
I'm watching you, Wazowski.
That would be funny.
Clank has been taken by a mysterious new Lombax named Rivet.
Clank! No. I need to go after that ship. How can I get off planet?
It's a test. Only royal starships are allowed to leave. Anything else? The Phantom can help. Just follow the beat to Club Nefarious and you will find him.
Club Nefarious. Got it. Oh, and nice work, Secret Agent Zircon.
Oh, this is Zircon.
It's so exciting.
Club Nefarious shouldn't be hard to miss.
This looks
Gotta
so
look around.
smooth.
Oh my God, it does.
Oh god, I hope I have a PS5 by the time this game comes out.
It comes out in June.
I have enough time.
I don't. I think this comes out June 11th.
If I budget correctly and I can find a PS5 in stock, I'm getting this.
Yeah. I'm just. God damn it, I hate my life. I'm worried that Final Fantasy VII is gonna take up all my time again.
That sounds like
Oh
a
man, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I still don't have a PS5, but I'm just waiting for them to deal with the storage situation.
See, once I get a PS5, I have so much I have to play. I have to play Ghost of Tsushima and like all that
Yeah.
fun stuff. Final Fantasy.
That sounds kind of
They
like
got a
the
PS5
Cyberpunk
patch, I thought.
I could be wrong. Yeah, you're right.
Come on,
Because I know God of War did.
Once Ratchet finds Phantom, he learns a couple of new moves.
Oh.
Oh, he's got an air dash. Fuck yeah. 3D platformers are so good when they have air
See,
dash.
I thought Nier was going to be my game of the year, and this is already like looking like it might be.
Oh my god, that looks.
Oh.
Wait, because Nier is one of those games that like it's
One
not
of the
super
focal
high
points of
tech, but it
gameplay
can
in
make you
Rift Apart is
cry.
increased mobility.
So it's gonna be
Ratchet
like
can
which
now
is better.
dash and wall run.
Oh, it's so good.
Just makes
This
you
focus
horny.
on mobility allows players to chain moves together to create
I can neither
combat.
confirm nor deny.
Now let's jump into combat.
You know, if Insomniac weren't cowards, a Ratchet and Clank game can make you horny.
I don't want to know how that would work.
Have you ever played a game called Star Fox Adventures?
I have not.
You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
There were certain design decisions made with Crystal in that game. That is all I'm going to say.
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
Dashing allows you to evade attacks. Or
Oh,
gain
that
strategic
dash looks
advantages.
so
Enemies
good.
can't hit what doesn't
I
momentarily
love the
hit.
after images.
Yeah, it's super trippy.
I feel like this game is going to do the 80s
Dimensional
better
tears
than
of the world allow you to use
1984
the
did.
Rift Tether, another new traversal
dang.
mechanic to instantly pull yourself across battlefields to escape
What's
and flank
1984?
enemies.
Wonder Woman.
Weapons in Rift
Oh,
Apart utilize
yeah,
the
that
power
game-
of
that
the
movie.
DualSense wireless controllers, adaptive triggers, and haptic feedback to allow players to really feel the power
It really makes
of
you
their
feel
arsenal.
like a Ratchet
For
and Clank.
example, with the burst pistol, players can pull back the trigger partway
God, I'm
to
so
I mean-
knock out accurately
I mean, it makes me
placed
feel like a
single
Ratchet
shots.
at the moment
But
because I
pulling
don't
the
have a
trigger fully
fucking Clank on my
unleashes
back.
a rapid-fire spread that covers more area. In either case, players will feel each shot burst from the weapon and connect with enemies.
Oh, that after image.
With the Enforcer, players can pull the trigger down halfway to fire a single barrel, reducing time between reloads. Or pull the trigger fully and unleash both barrels with a devastating close-range attack. Thanks to the haptics, the player will
How
feel
do
the
they
power
just
of their shots
keep
through
coming
their
up with good stuff for their like weapon mechanics?
Listen, man, Insomniac is on top of their game.
Let's move ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the only like character
As
left
Ratchet
of the
attempts to follow
PS2
Rivet and Clank,
platformers.
he encounters
Arrow.
various
Unless Naughty Dog gets their heads out of their asses and says, "Hey, let's do a Jack and Daxter
I
game."
mean, do you want to compete against this?
No,
Like,
I think Jack
got-
and Daxter could.
I don't know.
I honestly think
I
Jack
think-
and Daxter could.
I think it could. I don't think Neil Druckmann's Naughty Dog is interested in that.
They're done with that. They're making real stories.
Oh, you mean a story
During this
for a
fight,
game that's
more
not in
dimensional chaos
development?
ensues.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Thanks to the power of the SSD,
Oh.
we
That's
can near
fucking
instantly teleport players to
Oh,
completely
that made me
different
feel
locations.
things. That was so
This isn't some
smooth.
small arena being loaded, but the entire level from a different planet.
Wow, it's almost like they're doing stuff that Crackdown 3 should have did when, that game originally came out.
Is this a better cyberpunk world than cyberpunk?
Let's jump over and see what's going on with Rivet and Clank.
I hope there's a reversible cover that says Rivet and Clank.
That'd be great.
As you
That
may
would
have
be so
guessed,
cool.
Rivet is a
Oh, so
brand
she
new
is playable. That's
character in
pretty
the
cool.
series.
Yeah, I figured she would be.
You don't put that much money into a new
She
character
has a
design
hammer.
to not let her
I
be
want
played.
it.
I gotta rescue
Like,
my
yeah, the
friends
wrench
at
is
the
cool, but
gelatinous
she's
factory.
got a hammer.
And a metal arm.
Yeah.
She's the Winter Soldier.
The Winter Solder. Is that what it's called?
Well, I
Soldier.
said Soldier,
Rift
and
Apart
it did not come out
includes several
I would say
properly.
Winter
versions of
Lombax.
classic planets from past games.
Well, she's got the hammer, so she's part Thor.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And it kind of sounded like I had a little bit of a lisp.
I was trying to say, like,
Did we
when you
mention how
weld, like,
stunning and
electrical
alive our
circuits
worlds
together,
are?
like solder.
Thanks to the power of
But
the
like
PS5
Winter.
and the 3D audio,
Oh,
we've been
gotcha,
able
gotcha,
to create
gotcha.
alien planets with an immersive density like
Did,
never
do we
before.
mention how stunning these planets are? No, you don't need to, because they're
That's why I'm
fucking
gonna run
stunning.
one.
Hey guys,
Same as
did you
that
remember that
person.
there's a
Back to
there's a
Ms.
Halo
Zirka,
game
the
coming out
weapon
this year?
Whoa.
No. It's because it's
This
not
wasn't
coming
what
out
was
this
in
year.
my
Shit,
account
that is
last
coming
time.
out this
It's
year.
not coming out
That
this
is
year. That
because
game is
I
going to be
added
pushed back to
our
2020.
Huh.
End of 2020.
All I'm saying is that this reminds me of classic like
Okay.
In Rift
Halo,
Apart, you
Yeah.
get to play with
Alien
an
Worlds,
explosive
and
new
I'd be
arsenal,
scared
as well as a few returning classics.
if that game's not in shape.
Oh. Oh, that was pretty.
Man, I think it is just so cool that we got.
Here's another
Like
example of how we're
the
using
the
tool
neon
sets.
world like
With
just
the
has
Utopia
such
restraint,
vibrant
players
colors,
will
and
feel
now this
resistance
just
in the
looks
trigger
so
as they
lifelike.
prepare a throw of this
Yep.
garden grenade. Once on the ground and spitting out its rapid growth plant fertilizer, players
Rapid
will also
growth
feel when enemies
plant
have been
fertilizer.
Topiated and are ready to be
What
trimmed
the
down.
hell? And she has the after image dash too. Let's go.
It's a wombat.
Is it just me, or is her tail a lot more puffy than Ratchet's is?
Well, she's a girl.
It appears some
figured.
dimensional distortion is emanating
Maybe.
from that cave.
It might have something to do with that.
Is she part raccoon?
Maybe.
Are we getting Sly Cooper back?
In addition to rift
Oh my
tethering
God,
and
I
dimensional
love
shifts, there are also many.
like
I feel like that's it.
dimensions scattered.
It's like
throughout the game.
Cooper.
And the last Speedo runs into that rift.
Well, actually,
thingy.
Interesting.
John, to go back, Crash Bandicoot's still a thing. So,
That's true.
but he's PS1 era.
Yeah, that is also yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like
Smarty Bot.
he took a
What is this
break,
place?
like a long break. That
He's
doesn't
been
mean-
on every generation though.
Pocket?
He has, but
The
Ratchet
games
has,
have
like,
not been good, but he's been on
Ratchet
every
has never like stopped.
Yeah.
True.
Like it had a couple year breaks, but like it's never
weird.
lost its
And where's
momentum
his
somehow.
hoverbot? Must have
True.
wandered in through the rift somehow.
There is the Speetle.
Because like the last PS3 game was like the last game on PS3. It was like 2012,
Hitting its
2013
nest might get its attention.
For which game?
for Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus before the remake.
And then we got what? It was 2016 for
Yeah.
the remake, which was so damn good.
Yeah, and a
So,
movie. Let's not forget a movie.
That movie was actually really good.
Yeah, it was.
I went back and rewatched it.
I didn't like that the movie cutscenes were in the game.
Yeah.
But like they had different voice actors for the in-game cutscenes
Yeah.
than the movie, which meant that a certain character has a different voice in the game, and then
Oh.
in the movie cutscenes it's Sylvester Stallone.
Away from this
Oh, that was so smooth.
Come on, Maynard.
That was-
Let's find the Morts.
Riding Speedles is one way of traversing Sargasso's
Is this the new
swamps,
hoverboard
and to do
challenge?
so quickly.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's
We
probably
gotta-
what it's gonna be.
We got to beat this in a minute and 30 seconds to get that trophy.
Get that trophy to get the platinum. Yep.
Oh.
Stop, stop, stop!
Oh, that was.
Still that to you.
Gelatonium factory. Coming, Morts.
We didn't follow that wombat.
Look at that guy. It's straight up Ridley.
Just to get
It
stopped
really
by
is.
some
It's Ridley Killer Croc.
got like
That's
9.5 seconds to tell us where they're at. 1.
Karibo?
on there now.
If you watched our previous gameplay demo, you may recognize the Goons for Less. This rebranded gang has been hired by Dr. Nefarious to attack Ratchet and Clank, and are now also trapped in Rivet's dimension. Here's another new weapon. The Shatter Bomb is a frag-type grenade that deals a lot of damage to your foes. With haptic feedback, each explosion feels incredibly impactful.
You can find a wombat.
Oh, damn, dude. I want
Where's
this.
coming from?
Dude, it just needs to happen now.
dimensional vortex as
Yeah,
well.
watch them just be like, by the way, this game's coming out tomorrow. Just break the internet.
I like how they keep reusing certain designs, and then like you can see how the series improves. It's like those mice, those like bear trap robots have been in every game since the first one.
She's got a cold gun, guys. Okay, it's not a cold gun. It's a plasma rifle.
This is just a small taste of some of the early gameplay in Rift Apart, but there is so much more. We have
Oh,
open
he's
areas
Shadow
to
the
explore.
Hedgehog.
He
Dimensional
I was gonna
plank
say, is this
puzzles,
the Jet X reboot we were supposed to get?
glitch challenges,
Only.
arena challenges, aerial combat,
You can ride a dragon.
gold bolts to
I
collect,
guess you can still do that.
pocket dimensions to
What?
explore,
So from
armor to obtain, and use in the first ever Ratchet and Clank photo mode.
I appreciate a good photo mode.
And giving more people access to playing our games is always important
Yay.
to us.
Yeah.
As such, Rift Apart will offer a slew of accessibility options. We'll reveal more about this soon. Experience Rift Apart's new planets, weapons, intense high-action combat.
I want to get like an all
near
black
instant
and
load
white
time,
version, except
all
for
with
like,
some
you
of
know,
best
the like
visuals
aliens blood or
we've
whatever,
ever
and have it
created.
be the color of what it's supposed to be. Give it that Sin City vibe.
God, now I really want this game.
Whips are getting out of hand.
On behalf of all of us at Insomniac Games, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the Omniverse on
Omniverse?
June 11th.
The Omniverse.
That's our show.
that-
We explored the
That was
depths of
it?
an alien ocean,
Trademarks
got a
by
first
Ben
look at
10?
Among Us on PlayStation,
I think so.
and zipped across
Maybe.
space and time
Maybe.
in Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
There's
Sony
definitely
said
something
Sony said we got that money.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you
We're
again
about
soon.
to get that money.
soon.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh,
Ratchet and Clank! What a wonderful surprise!
Oh boy.
What do you want, Nefarious? We're going to a dimension where I always win!
oh, this is a damn good trailer so far.
Clank? Where am I? Wombax?
Who are you?
I don't like that they're
I'm
using
Rivet.
this song.
Let's go for a ride.
She's Rivet, and there was some really good riffs there. So like, I just
What song is this?
This is the song from
Emperor
that
Nefarious, you
stupid
have returned.
ridiculousness.
I don't know what that is. But
Yeah, I don't.
It's a you really you guys don't know that show?
You're Nefarious.
With Rob
Looks
Deerdeck?
a lot like mine.
oh
Yeah.
on MTV.
Yeah.
Lombax.
Nah, I haven't really cared about Rob Dyrdek since.
I don't either. It's just like this reminds me of the show.
But I also don't. I haven't really been watching TV. I kind of cut all my cable services and just have streaming.
Smart.
Yeah,
Cheap.
same. I'm just very poor.
If it's not anime or fantasy, I don't really want to watch it.
I hear ya.
Because nerd.
June 11th.
Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Was
So
that
is
the end of
this
the show?
I think so.
Okay.
Christian just said Ratchet looks so insane, bro. Oh my god.
It does. I'm so excited.
Christian Wright. He the big right.
It's not wrong.
Okay.
So where's my God of War stuff?
I told you God of War wasn't showing up. I don't know why you keep thinking that. Oh boy. All right. Give me 1 second.
Oh, this is. Oh no.
Yeah, it's off.
We did not think this through.
We didn't. You want to know why? Because that's what I do. I don't think things through.
Amogus.
That was cool.
Very exciting.
Very, very exciting.
I'm really excited to see what they do with the game.
You know that's gonna be fucking awesome. Excuse me. But fucking awesome.
Yep.
So, while we're here, we might as well get into this conversation. PlayStation has by the way, everyone, welcome to the Penultimate Conquest podcast. I could give you the whole spiel, but it's too much. I'm good. Thank you for joining us, I guess. So today's topic of the show is going to be, that was only 25 minutes long.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Not even 25 minutes. It was 20. Christian's in the chat saying, "I wish we saw another indie or two, but fun state of play." Yeah, it was.
See,
really
I'm
good.
saying this. I'm saying the same thing. You know, like I wanted to see God of War.
Again,
my favorite indie.
I don't think you know what indie means if you think that's what that is.
No, I've already dug my hole. I gotta keep going. I just
okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the indie stuff was exaggerated, even though they said, "Oh, by the way, there's like 2 indie games."
That's
It
what they
definitely
said.
felt like, "Oh, by the way, there's just 2 indie games." But also one of them is like Among Us, which is like one of the biggest games period right now.
Does Among Us really count as an indie game?
Yes, it does.
At this point,
yes.
It is still being developed by 4 people, but also
Okay.
like when you hear 2 indie games are going to be shown off, you don't think, "Oh," and they're going to be like, "Look, Among Us is coming to PS5 and PS4."
See, you say that. I definitely thought that it was going to be Among Us, and I definitely thought it was going to be Hades.
I guess I was expecting something more substantial in terms of like an actual video rather than like a 20-second ad that's just like Among Us coming.
See, I feel like if we were going into like the indies, I feel like we should have seen. I wanted to see something for Silk Song, Hollow Knight. Like we have been waiting for that game for what 2-3 years now.
Has it even been announced yet?
Silk Song,
Yeah,
like it's been announced, but
it had like a huge announcement.
We haven't gotten an update on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it? Have we gotten a release?
That would have been. No, that would have. This would have been a great time.
No, I don't think so.
I feel like for the last 2 years, people have been saying this event would have been a great time for Silk Song.
Because it would have been.
Save it for E3.
I definitely like. I've never played Hollow Knight, but I've seen a lot of people play it. I know a lot of people are excited.
Christian, I disagree.
But yeah, I think people just really want to see that game at some point.
Yeah.
I know I would. I have Hollow Knight on. Actually, I think available on every console. It's available. I have it on PC. I have it on Switch. I have it on Xbox and PS4.
I just think it's more of a Nintendo announcement. I think Hollow Knight really took off when it got put on the Switch compared to the other platforms.
I agree, which is why you save it for E3. Why bother?
Or the next E3 different or Nintendo Direct.
That too. Which I'm assuming it's going to be E3. Well, that's got to be it, right?
Well, would that be in an indie world? Is my question.
Nah,
we have like less than a month well, a little over a month between now and E3. I can't imagine them doing an indie world.
I thought E3. No, E3's June and Comic-Con's July. That's right. My bad.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Although weird things have happened. There was that one E3 where Nintendo like made 20 tweets a day the week before E3 of a bunch of shit.
Wasn't that last year?
No, this was like 2018, I think. Like it was like, remember, because people were like, if they're tweeting out this stuff, what does that mean about the actual E3? And then it was like, oh, it's only okay.
Joke's on you. They didn't mean shit. But I did want to talk about the whole everything that's been going on with Sony First Party Studios, about the what was it? Sony Bend helping out Naughty
Dog for
yes.
Last of Us 1 remake.
Yes, which everybody was blowing all that stuff way out of proportion. The Last of Us remake would have definitely been coming out. Let's just say, for all intents and purposes, it's been 8 years since Last of Us 1, right? And then 5 years since Last of Us 1 remastered, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It's going to be probably another... They're working on a game now. I don't think that they would have released it this year, let alone next year. I think they probably would have finished the game that they're working on now after Last of Us Part 2. So I'm thinking...
I don't even...
Is Last of Us Part 2 going to get a PS5 release?
I was thinking it was going to be a Miles Morales Deluxe Edition situation where The Last of Us Part 2 PS5 version comes... Or the $70 version comes bundled with The Last of Us 1 remake.
I don't know.
Or just the multiplayer.
I think it's just going to be the multiplayer. It'll probably get an update. They'll probably no, yeah. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. They are most likely doing an update for the game, but they're probably just going to wait to release it once they have all three. I mean, both
I
ready to
definitely,
go.
I think we're gonna get Last of Us,
It will.
like both Last of Us reissues on the PS5 before whatever Naughty Dog does next, though. Like part of the reason that Jason Schreier said in the article was that Naughty Dog wanted to cut their teeth on PlayStation 5 hardware with something that they didn't have to do too much development for before going into their big project. Another part of it was also while Neil Druckmann and his writing team are like coming up with the scripts or whatever for the next project, the like art teams and programming teams can like do something and not have to get like all laid off until they can start their next project.
Right. I don't know. I think everybody was just blowing that whole thing way out of proportion. Like,
Because I agree, because I think the big reason why we're not getting a Days Gone sequel is because Days Gone wasn't a very fun game.
I will probably dive back into Days Gone at some point. I remember trying to run that on a base PS4, and I wasn't having fun with it because the frames just were not good. I might try to play it on PS5 if and when I get a PS5.
okay.
But I might honestly just pick up the PC version like when it goes on sale at some point.
Yeah.
I claimed it on PS4 when it came to PS Plus, so.
And it's also on the PlayStation Plus
PS Now?
collection. No, the
Oh,
collection.
yeah, the
Oh.
PS5 Plus collection.
Yeah, so you can grab that once you get a PS5. Does anybody have anything else they want to say? I felt like this was like a really big topic that people were like blowing way out of proportion, and
Once I actually read the article and like saw some other podcast that Jason Schreier was on, it felt
the
like
Remake show, I think, if I recall.
yeah, that one specifically. I think it became pretty obvious that the real issue was that this support team wanted to become a real big boy Sony team.
Yeah, the secret San Diego studios that they had.
Yeah, and so they pitched an Uncharted remake, and they were like, no, that's too expensive. And then they pitched The Last of Us remake, and then they were working with Naughty Dog because the idea was Last of Us Part 1 in the Last of Us 2 engine. And then Last of Us Part 2 got delayed, and then they were like, hey, you're going to have to put this project on hold. Come help us finish Last of Us Part 2. And then as soon as it ended, basically Naughty Dog was like, we're remaking this up now.
Yeah.
I think it sucks, but also I think it's just really hard for a team that is like a support team to suddenly be like, we want to make our own game.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And like sizing up to be a AAA developer is probably an expensive, tedious process.
Yep.
And I saw someone make the comparison with The Last of Us, and I don't think it's at this point yet, but someone tried to say that The Last of Us is Naughty Dog's Skyrim, which is ported to everything or give it a new edition each generation. Because I mean, The Last of Us, or like the original PS3 release came out in summer of 13.
Yeah.
And then the remaster came late 2014, early 2015, if I remember correctly. I will have to
remember. I think
look.
I want to say 2015.
It was within, I felt like it was within the launch window of the
July 29th, 2014.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, dang. That's closer than I thought.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering honestly if that's going to be a part of the line of PlayStation games that are like coming to Epic Games and Steam.
Yeah.
Or if Sony's just going to make their own like PlayStation app at this point.
I think that they're probably going to do what I say, which is Last of Us Part 1, Part 2, Last of Us Collection for $70 on PS5.
I would honestly buy that. I would buy it. I've yet to play through 2. And everyone's telling me I'm missing out.
You are missing the fuck out.
I think it's a little overrated, but it's all right.
I'm okay with waiting. I know pretty much all the key points that happen.
I think it's still an enjoyable experience because I by the time I was like 30% through that game, I knew what was going on, and I don't think that affected my feelings on it as much as a section of the game that was just not fun to play.
Right.
I
I just
fucking guitar because of that game.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Like I know about like the big plot reveals and stuff like that and how early some things happen, which I'm just like, oh, okay. And I think once I actually play the game, it'll be a more it'll have more of an impact on me, I guess. But as of right now, I'm just like, well, I can wait. I don't have to play this right now.
I feel like a lot of the last year PlayStation 4 titles are best to just wait until PS5 to play it. Like, I haven't touched Ghost of Tsushima because I want to play it on a PS5.
Yeah. It's probably a good
And
idea.
I don't have a PS4 anymore, so that's why I was just like,
oh, that makes a lot of sense too.
Like my buddy, he has it, and he's like, yeah, just log on to my account and you can try it out and see if you're gonna like it. And I was like, all right, I can't really do that, so.
So Christian's in the chat and he says, I assume Richie said something about it'll probably be out for Last of Us Part 2 patch for PS5.
Yeah.
He says maybe there will be a multiplayer update when it's announced. See, I think that they have to announce the multiplayer when it's coming out and then just be like, oh, by the way, we got that PS5 patch.
I was gonna say I don't even think it's gonna get it's gonna get a PS5 patch, but I think it's going to get an actual PS5 release. Like they're like, oh, by the way,
here's the actual
an actual re-release, kind of like what they did for The Last of Us 1, because The Last of Us 1 came out in 2013, and not even a year later.
Right, but I don't think they can do that.
Over a year.
I don't think that they can do that because this is it's backwards compatible.
I honestly don't know.
All going to be the same package. Like it's going to be Last of Us Part 1, Last of Us Part 2, Last of Us multiplayer on the box. Like a Grand Theft Auto online situation.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. So you're saying that they're going to release Last of Us 1 and Last of Us 2 as well as the multiplayer all in one package.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes more sense.
I think that's a great way to convince people to pay full PS5 $70 for Last of Us again.
Huh.
That'd be the only way I could honestly see it happening. Like, the PS5 patch, to where it's like, oh, here's the performance update, here's everything. Oh, by the way, here's the multiplayer.
The $200 version will come with a life-size golf club.
Oh,
you can add the blood if you want.
Can we go play PGA?
God damn it. Okay.
I would love it if there was like a hidden way to play a golf game, like hidden somewhere in there. That would be hilarious.
Oh no.
See, like I already know what this is referencing, and it doesn't bother me.
So
like I'm just like, oh yeah, like I've seen the scene too, and I'm just like, oh, well, I guess he's now the golf champion. He gave Tiger Woods a run for his money.
Christian just mentioned summer 2022 when a sci-fi dog game is finally revealed. I really want that. I want a sci-fi Naughty Dog game.
I would love that.
So what is that? Like, do we have any information?
I think it's just a rumor. It's
going to be a Jack and Daxter remaster. Call it.
Nah, you see, I'm thinking along the lines of Dead Space, but like more Naughty Dog
with Nathan Drake,
if that makes more sense. Yeah,
Dead Space with Nathan Drake.
Post-pandemic Naughty Dog is going to be like, are they going to look at themselves and be like, do we want to keep this grimdark run going, or do we want to do something a little lighter?
Well, like Uncharted wasn't super grim and dark. Like it had dark moments.
It was undoubtedly the darkest Uncharted game, though.
Uncharted 1?
No, Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, that or the part in Uncharted 3 where he's like hallucinating and he thinks Sully dies.
I still found Uncharted 4 like darker than that.
Oh, Uncharted 4 was just
some
a
of
fucking
the
good game.
Fights are just so like that you can tell. Like Uncharted 3, I was like, oh, it's more Uncharted. Uncharted 4, I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely The Last of Us by the team doing it on Uncharted.
It was good. It's my second favorite Uncharted game. So
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I liked it a lot. It's fine. I'm just saying that like maybe the Naughty Dog team is like maybe we can make a game that is like not so dark. Just like because like I feel like the world's been very dark the past couple of years, and I feel like maybe it'd be good for them to like branch out a little bit.
I just want an Uncharted game where clowns are the enemies and Nathan Drake has to deal with that because he just hates clowns, man.
I can see that. I would be down an April 1st Uncharted game.
I don't know. I think they'll probably stick with what they know best. Dark and gritty is where it's at. Like it's for me. I think it's the best place for you to do a story in. Like nobody wants a happy-go-lucky story. Well, I don't know if nobody wants.
I feel like we've had a decent amount of games do pretty well.
Right.
Like,
No, yeah,
Breath
absolutely.
of the Wild isn't exactly dark at all.
Yeah, but Breath of the Wild was really the worst of the Zelda
Yeah,
games.
it's only the best reviewed Zelda game.
Yeah, but it's really bad though.
And it only sold like a 15, like it sold a chunk of copies.
Yeah, but it's like really bad. Like it's not even. I don't even know if you can call that a Legend of Zelda game.
That's just my go-to game when I hop. Like when I'm like,
with you.
what do I want to play tonight? Well, I guess I could just go run around Hyrule.
Naughty Dog can do whatever they want. I'm just like questioning, like after, like especially because we've heard that like the development for The Last of Us Part 2 was like such a grueling crunch time. Like, do they want to do something a little less gritty, a little less violent? Like,
I'm curious to see what the controversy behind the next Naughty Dog game is going to be, because it always feels like there's just something that's going wrong, whether it's a time crunch or just how bad of a person this person is or that person is. I'm curious to see what it is this time.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a studio built on crunch. I listened to an interview with Amy Hennig after she left, and she said the entire time from when they started development on Uncharted 1 to when she left in between Uncharted 3 and 4, she had like 3 weekends off. Yeah. It was literally the break between 1 and 2 and the break between 2 and 3. And
fuck.
Like, and that's the head honcho. Like, when that's your boss's boss, like, what are you, the guy that like draws everyone's feet? Like, what are you expected to do? How long are you expected to be at work?
I don't know. Christian says that Breath of the Wild is a good game, but not a great Zelda game, and I completely agree with that. That's where I think my stance is.
It is nowhere near my favorite Zelda game. I'm just saying it made a lot of money, and
yes,
Link seems to be like a happy boy on that.
I just feel like game. That story was like really lacking severely for. And I also would have liked some dungeons. Yes, definitely.
Some puzzles that weren't physics based.
Yes, I agree.
Using my brain.
I just ended up cheesing them like half the time.
Yeah,
I think everyone should.
But you know what? No, it is a really good, or gonna be a good game. That Ratchet and Clank, though.
Absolutely.
I'm so excited.
Let's talk about E3 and what our expectations are going to be for E3 this year, and how much of a shit show that Summer Games mess is going to be, because we know it's going to be a shit show. Nobody decide. I just want to get this out of the way. Last year was so fucking exhausting.
I don't even think I watched last year. I think I was just watching the highlights. I didn't watch like any of the live coverage or anything like that.
It was so exhausting.
It was so weird. I didn't like after the first day, it became very clear that I'm not watching this like I watch E3. It was very much like, I'm going to eat some dinner. What's up on Summer of Games? And I turn on the Twitch stream, finish eating like some rice and beans or something, and then be like, okay, that's it. And then I click out and wait for the like recaps later.
Well, I'm excited to see, Greg host, because Greg just kills it at
Greg is hosting
anything.
E3. Summer of Games is Jeff Keighley's thing.
Yes.
These are
is Summer of Games the IGN coverage stuff, or?
Well, I mean, I'm talking about Jeff Keighley stuff. Summer Games Fest.
That's Jeff Keighley's thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think IGN is basically everything, and then they're like, it's games summertime.
Well, I remember seeing like Sydney Goodman talk about like something Summer Games last year, and I was just like, I just don't.
Yeah,
really
IGN did a
give a shit.
specific thing last year, but I think this year they're just covering everything.
Right.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. And they also have like their own like special one-off not interviews, reveals. But
Yeah.
Right.
I hope it's somewhat organized that everybody just like sticks to a fucking schedule.
Just give it to us like DC fandom does. That's what we need to make E3.
That's another thing. I don't even know how DC fandom is going to happen this year. Like, what are you going to announce?
Another digital.
No, yeah,
probably Flash
Shazam
stuff. Maybe a new Batman trailer. I don't know. Like
that's it. That's the two things that they have that they can announce.
Restore the
Shazam.
Snyderverse.
I like Shazam.
Is Shazam 2?
Unironically, my favorite.
We'll get a Shazam 2 trailer or something. I don't know. Maybe a Black Adam trailer.
I don't know.
There's stuff we could get.
Yeah,
because
probably a
it's,
Black Adam trailer.
Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad kills the Justice League as well.
That's a really long title.
Is that what it's actually called?
No, it's just Gotham Knights,
And
Batman
Suicide
Gotham Knights
Squad.
Yeah, but
kills the Justice League.
That's the whole title. Suicide
I think
Squad
so, yeah.
kills the Justice League.
No fucking way. Are you serious?
Holy
I think that's
Hold
the
on.
title.
Hold on.
I just miss the Bruce Timm DC.
Suicide
animated
Squad
movie.
killed the Justice League.
Oh
That's
my
the
god,
title.
that's a really bad title.
That's the title.
That's a really bad title. Why not just keep it as Suicide Squad?
Because we're gonna kill the Justice League in the game. Why
yeah,
not?
but so what? Who you should have left that? I don't know.
Crisis on Suicide's Earth.
But what do we think of? What are our expectations for E3? Are we all high? Are we all low? Do we think
we're gonna get God of War? We're gonna get something God of War related.
It's not gonna happen.
I am very excited.
At E3, we will get something. I'm calling it. We will get something for God of War.
We're gonna see the Omega logo, and then we'll see a big beard, and then it will say 2022.
I think he'll just say "boy," and that's it. That's the end of the trailer.
I'm pretty sure God of War is getting delayed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely getting delayed, but I'm sure we'll see either like that ending scene from the or from God of War 2016 where he walks out and Thor's there.
But
I'm sure we'll see like
4K.
Like it'll pick up that, and then Thor will take back his hood and grab Mjolnir, and then it'll just like we'll get a like I don't know, some sort of line from Thor saying, "Oh, you killed my sons," and then like it just says Ragnarok. I'm not saying like we're gonna get like a game trailer.
Saying it's not called Ragnarok, or they've never said it's called Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Well, it just said Ragnarok is coming, but God of War 2.
That's it. God of War 2, Ragnarok is coming. That's a better.
Yeah.
That's a better.
2022 too.
That's a better title than Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. And Saj, that's not a spoiler. That's literally the title of the game.
Hey, you know what else is a really good title card though? This probably is for the cross media show, but someone just put up the Invincible logo real quick.
No, we're not doing that. We're saving that for next week.
That's different stuff.
Did the new episode come out? I haven't watched it yet.
Mm-mm. Not yet. It comes out later tonight.
Oh, I thought you said yesterday.
No, it comes out later tonight.
Okay. All right, cool. I got something to watch.
And then, yeah.
As for E3 things, I don't really have so much expectations as games that they haven't talked about for literally years that I want someone to say something about right fucking now. Where is Metroid Prime 4? Where is Bayonetta 3? Where is Square Enix and Platinum Games Babylon's Fall?
But
John,
hey,
I just want to know these games exist and
John,
they're being worked on.
Before you continue, Christian just said there's no way we don't get extended gameplay for God of War 2.
You're crazy.
See, Ruben, Christian's on my side.
Christian's
on my side.
Insane.
We haven't even seen
We're getting a CG trailer. We are going to get a CG trailer.
We're getting Horizon Zero Dawn this year. That is going to be Sony's big Q4 game.
Now, if we get
they're going to remind
Forbidden
you that there is
West.
a God of War so that you buy a PS5 before God of War comes out next year.
Richie,
But they aren't going to show a lot of gameplay.
I bet you a pizza that we're not getting any God of War.
I will take that bet.
At E3.
At E3? Okay, I will take
E3.
that bet. I will take that bet.
All right. Well, joke's
And here,
on you.
you know what? I'm
wanna
gonna up it.
Wait,
I'm gonna
hold
up
on. You know why the joke's on you? Sony said they're not a part of E3. Boom. Joke's on you.
That's a bad setup. That's a bad setup.
No. I gotcha.
All right.
I'm kidding.
All right, I'll
send
you a pizza and wings.
I'm just fucking with you. No, I think that'll probably be like a Summer Games Fest thing that we'll maybe get a CGI trailer.
It's gonna be like it's in the E3 season, so I'm gonna consider it a part of E3.
Yeah. Okay,
there's no way we're not getting it.
Right.
Because I was expecting us to get something for that and Horizon, because these are, I would say Horizon, Last of Us, Uncharted, and God of War are like the big icons for PlayStation right now. Ratchet.
I think there's a reason why they announced a bunch of these games and then basically stopped talking about God of War and Horizon completely, and then kind of focused hugely on Miles Morales until it came out, and then started focus hugely on Ratchet and Clank. I think they wanted to give these games room to breathe and stick out on their own, and especially with God of War is a title that like it's a black hole that like sucks in everything around it. I don't think they want it to outshine Horizon until Horizon has had its chance.
I think
in the spotlight.
I think we're gonna get Horizon before we get God of War.
And I think so as well, but I think they aren't going to want to talk about God of War in a large capacity until after Horizon is out.
Exactly. But I think the next God of War announcement we're gonna get is 2016 coming to Steam and Epic Games, because the article that came out put it in February where they said more God of War game or more Sony games are coming to PC. There's no way God of War is not a part of that lineup.
Wow, you think so?
I think it is.
I am honestly not sure. I think they know that. I think the collections they have put on PS5 so far have made it pretty clear that they can get people to get some of these games on PS5. I think they're going to keep Horizon and God of War close to their chest.
Well, Horizon's on PC.
All right. I don't know.
And I've been playing it, and it's actually runs really good. Death Stranding runs really well.
That's a little different because Sony didn't publish the PC version of Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Right. But for Horizon, it's under
I don't think
PlayStation.
It's a question of running it. I'm just questioning how interested Sony is in giving up God of War specifically.
Well, I'm trying to remember what
I don't
the
think
publisher
we're ever
is.
going to see Spider-Man on anything but PlayStation.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
So the publisher for Horizon on Steam is PlayStation Mobile Incorporated.
Interesting.
That's all right. But I think we're going to get more announcements at E3 that more Sony titles are in the E3
and the week
time
before,
frame.
the week after E3, they'll be like, it's not E3, Sony's State of Play. It's 45 minutes long, and we're like, this is an E3 showcase. Like,
yeah, this is the E3 panel. This is your panel.
Wow.
Just like Microsoft does the exact same thing.
Well, Microsoft should be in E3, so they say. Go ahead, Richie.
I was going to say, Saj just said, yeah, but Horizon wasn't a console seller. God of War is. I don't see it coming to PC. That's true. Horizon wasn't really a console seller. And I mean, it took me 3 tries to play the game to actually get it to click for me. So I'm curious to see.
I don't know. I've tried to play Horizon multiple times now, and it just doesn't click for me at all.
I think Horizon itself, I don't think was a console seller, but I think the Horizon trailer at the PS4 reveal was a big deal, because that is what got me excited to buy a PS5. And it's not my favorite game buy a PS4. It wasn't my favorite game overall, but it was a game that was like, this is
pretty.
something I want to have.
Yeah.
Like the visuals for that game are just absolutely stunning, no matter what generation of a PlayStation you're playing it on.
I don't know if I would say stunning. I don't know. I guess I have a bias against that game. I don't know.
No, trust me. I was in that shoes with you.
I'm more excited by Horizon sequel improving on Horizon than like more Horizon.
Right.
Like I found the way the game drops items really frustrating because like you constantly have to be crafting, and then I never had enough blaze. There was never enough blaze because I was always just lighting things on fire or making things explode. And I hope they're looking at that when they're doing the sequel.
I also want to mention, John, you had said, where's Metroid Prime 4? I don't think we're going to get Metroid Prime 4 at least until 2023, just because they had to restart development on it.
Same with Bayonetta.
Yeah, but I feel like those announcements are like 2 years old now.
Right. I think that would be
2017.
Like I'm not saying I want them out now. I'm saying I want to see like gameplay of either one.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't expect these. If either of these games come out this year, it would be December 31st, 11:59 p.m.
Yeah.
Like I don't expect either of these games to be out. I just want to know that we are closer to them coming out than not. I want to see what Samus and her gunship looks like. I want to see if there's any new Bayonetta moves.
New weapons, please.
Yeah, I mean the last game added like a hammer and like dual wielding swords that you could use on your feet.
Are fantastic.
That I used on the entire game.
Yeah, I'm downloading Bayonetta 2 actually right now. I'm onto the Switch.
Yeah. I'm mostly excited for Nintendo stuff because I feel like other than those games and Breath of the Wild 2, we don't know what Nintendo's working on, and that's always exciting.
That's not true. Well, I would say that is true.
Right.
I think for Nintendo, we're definitely going to get an update on Breath of the Wild 2, or what the next like Zelda release is going to
be
if we're getting
2, unfortunately.
I mean,
I'm thinking
technically Skyward Sword HD.
Well, no,
yeah,
but I meant like the next new next new Zelda.
And Saj just reminded me, I would like to see Metroid Prime trilogy come to the Switch.
I think they scrapped it.
There's no way
I can't imagine why they would do that. That's free money.
That would be like an actual seller right there.
Who was Metroid? So wait. Who is developing Metroid Prime 4 right now? Retro Studios?
Retro Studios.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was doing the so-called quote-unquote trilogy? Was it also?
Game doesn't technically exist. It just makes like 1,000% sense to make a lot of money on.
It's popped up on Best Buy websites and everything. That's all we know.
Yeah.
Like it was just showing up as
I just think
random SKUs. So like there was a lot of speculation behind it. We don't have any information. The last leak we got was back in April of 2020, so April of last year.
I got here right here from Game Rant saying, unfortunately, the only former game released and Metroid Prime 4 had to, Metroid Prime 3. Let me restart that. At E3 2017, it seemed like a fortune was in the favor of fans as both Metroid Samus Returns and Metroid Prime 4 were announced during Nintendo's presentation. Unfortunately, only Metroid Samus Returns released, and Metroid Prime 4 had to restart production in early 2019, with no updates provided since that time.
Samus Returns was a really good game, too.
So this is 2 years, like I said, 2 years into what I would assume a 5-year game development. That's usually the case, right?
Yeah, well, I would say
like 2 years when it was being developed.
But if you've been looking at like recent AAA games, like if they have to re-scrap and redo the engine completely, the biggest example would be Kingdom Hearts 3. That game started development back in what, 2013?
Expect Metroid Prime 4 to be a Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Switch.
No. But also, I think that they are developing it for both the regular Switch and the Switch Pro when it comes out. I think if that's the case, that you have to do it 4K.
I'm not expecting the Switch Pro to be the powerhouse some people think it's going to be.
Really?
Do we think that's going to be an announcement that they do at E3 though?
I think we'll finally see what it is, but I don't think. Yes, I do think whatever the Switch Pro is will be announced at this year's E3. It feels like that's what Nintendo's been leading up to. I think you got to be prepared for a new 3DS Switch XL. That's what it's going to be.
Because we got the Switch Lite, so we're definitely getting a Switch. Final Fantasy Versus 13 that became
right, which was a shit show.
That doesn't count though, because that was in development for 10 years before it even came out.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that game went through development hell.
5 years before they like swapped it.
Which I mean, I remember when they showed the original trailer, or like the gameplay trailer for 13 Versus, and I was just
but also,
astonished.
didn't they just use the characters from 13 versus 13 to in 15?
Yeah, 15 is what 13 Versus was, and then they just they redid it.
Yeah,
because Noctis was still the main character, but like there was a scene where he was like going back and forth between this castle and just like trying to climb it with his warp blade, and I was just like, "This is so freaking cool!"
Yeah,
but and I remember losing my mind because
completely rewritten.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I know this because part of the deal with how weird the Kingdom Hearts 3 ending is that it basically does Final Fantasy Versus 13, not 15. In the middle of it, and it seems like Tetsuya Nomura is like, I want this to happen now. I will force it into Kingdom Hearts if I have to. It's weird.
And he did. God, that game was kind of a letdown with Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh, God.
I think it is a sequel to the 3DS game and nothing more and nothing less.
Yeah.
I think that's what it always was intended to be, and I think people blew it out of proportion because they treated it as the sequel to Kingdom Hearts 2.
But it should have been the sequel to Kingdom Hearts 2.
No, because that game already exists. It's Birth by Sleep on the PlayStation Portable.
We got the place.
Okay.
We got Birth by Sleep's trailer at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Are answered in like the PSP game and the 3DS game. That's the unfortunate fact.
Okay. Fair
Nomura's just like, hey, what's my console of the day? Okay.
Well, the real reason is that like at that point, like it was so expensive to make HD games that they were like, you know what, we're just going to stick to handhelds. And because Final Fantasy 13 wasn't selling well.
Right. What do we expect from Xbox at E3?
More Keanu Reeves.
World premiere.
Do
you expect
world
them
premieres for games that are third party?
What I would like to see, and I want to know where the hell this game is, but Skull and Bones from Ubisoft. Is that game like just never coming out?
Correct.
I think there is a very good chance that game is canceled.
Yeah.
I have hope until I see the announcement that it's canceled. What I would also like to see is Xbox reignite Scalebound, because that's one game I was really looking forward to.
I doubt it.
I know we won't see it, but yeah, I'm sure we're going to see more Game Pass. We're going to see more Halo.
We don't want to see more Halo. Just stop. Focus on making the game. Don't show off more of an unfinished game.
I think another thing I would like to see. Fable.
Oh yeah,
maybe an update on Fable, because we got Fable's announcement last year. So
what do you think about the Fable Avowed situation, where Avowed is by Obsidian, Fable is by someone, and they're going to be at some point releasing these two Western fantasy RPGs
at the same time?
It's going to be weird.
Because it gives me vaguely, like, I don't think either of these games, since we don't know what they look like, but it gives me kind of Days Gone, Last of Us vibes of like,
Fable.
One of these might be super good, and one of these might not be as good or as distinct or unique.
The new Fable game is made by Playground Games, which I assume does the...
They got inquired, or that's what Lionhead Games got inquired into, right?
Oh, I have no fucking clue. I don't know. Playground Games does the Forza stuff, so we'll see.
Because I know Lionguard or Lionhead Games got like that studio shut down.
Yeah,
and now they got like inquired into another company, which I thought it might have been Playground. I don't know. You
could be right. I have no idea.
I'm honestly just not half awake right now. I'm just half awake right now.
Microsoft's Xbox stuff is where I'm weakest at. Part of the reason why I've never got their systems. It's just that the games that are only on Microsoft systems don't appeal to me too much.
Yeah.
I think we'll get a release date for that one game they showed last year where it's like the husband and the wife in like it's in that top down view.
Oh yeah,
and
the one
like and she always ends up dying and he's just trying to figure out what's going on and he has to relive that same day over and over again.
Yeah, that thing.
Which was a weird announcement, but probably also Hellblade 2.
What the hell are you talking about? What game is that?
I can't remember what it's called. Let me look it up really quickly.
In the chat, maybe a new studio MDHR game, but we're still waiting for the delicious Last Course DLC. We got that teacup girl as a playable character coming. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but they're still working on it apparently. They had that announcement a couple at the end of 2021 because the DLC for Cuphead was supposed to come out last year. And then, in November, December, they were like, it's delayed to 2022, but we still don't know when it's coming.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect a new Studio MDHR game for a while because they said the process for making Cuphead is very tedious.
Yeah, but also
because it is hand-drawn animation.
Yeah, aren't they also working on the TV show?
They're not. That's being done by Netflix and a digital Flash studio.
Okay. I assumed it was that.
I am interested when that's coming out. I forgot about that.
I need the Knights of the Old Republic remake. I need it.
I've never played Knights of the Old Republic, but my brothers did, and I have a lot of good memories.
I also have bought that game way too many times, and I'm just excited for it.
Okay.
Knights of the Old Republic is probably one of my favorite games.
Back when BioWare was good.
It's probably my favorite BioWare game, if I'm being honest.
Now, the question is, do we see... Okay, you think they're working on the Knights of the Old Republic remake?
No, I don't think that's BioWare. I think that's probably a Porthouse studio.
It's probably Obsidian.
Because I say, guns blazing, yeah, you guys loved Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Guess what? We got Mass Effect Andromeda coming out the end of this year.
That does make a lot of sense.
The end of this year. What do we think of that?
Wait, what? I missed the question. I'm still looking up what this damn game's called.
I said, you guys loved the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. What do you guys think of Mass Effect Andromeda 2 coming out at the end of this year?
I don't think that sequel is going to be an Andromeda sequel.
Oh, you don't think so at all?
I think it's going to continue with Shepard's story.
That's kind of... I don't know much about Mass Effect, but the people that I watched reacting to it seem to be under the impression that the next Mass Effect continues off the original trilogy.
Returnal. That does come out tonight. I forgot about that.
I think... Oh, God. I would love nothing more for it to go back to Shepard, but I don't know. I feel like...
Frustrated because I like the idea of a new generation type thing. I just think Andromeda did it very poorly. I think the big issue I saw a lot of people talking about was that there was not a lot of new alien races.
Right.
And I'm like, at that point, why do another galaxy?
Correct.
Psychonauts 2, we'll get a release date for that, and Beyond Good and Evil 2, we'll get a release date for that as well.
You think we're getting Beyond Good and Evil?
You think that game has not been canceled?
I think that game has not been canceled.
You are insane.
Didn't the creative director leave Ubisoft because he was there were a lot of people talking about how he was a sex pervert?
I think so.
I think so, but I doubt they've canceled that project. Until I see the official announcement, hey, this has been put on ice.
I think that game to me appeared to be so reluctantly put into production that I think as soon as Michel Ancel left and was becoming a PR problem, I feel like that game was canceled.
Yeah.
I feel like Ubisoft has been looking for a reason to cancel that game because why else do they focus so hard on how it's got so much user generated content and the music is being taken from fans of
like I said,
that play hit record, I think, was the team up.
Yeah. The the thing for me, as someone who's played a decent chunk of the original Beyond Good and Evil, this game is not Beyond Good and Evil 2. This game is... I put a monkey in a sci-fi game, and now it's Beyond Good and Evil. It has a talking monkey, and we found a way to pretend that Jade and the pig guy are here. But it is very... I don't think... There is a world where this game excites me, and I'm like, it's not Beyond Good and Evil 2. It is a game in the world of Beyond Good and Evil, and that's fine. But it is not the game that they have shown off. The game they have shown off does not look very fun to play. And it never has looked like it's in anywhere near being released.
Yeah. I don't think that game is going to get really... I'm pretty sure that game is canceled along with...
They have never shown it outside of pre-render alpha or whatever.
Yeah.
True. But I mean, when I thought of Psychonauts, my instant first reaction was, oh, maybe Beyond Good and Evil 2. I would like to see it. I do love the first one. The first one was really a really fun time, and I ended up getting the remaster or HD version on Xbox One. And I put quite a bit of time into it.
Christian asks, Talking Monkey, what more could you want? Nick Eden isn't here, but I gotta say it for
Big old
him.
monkey.
Just give us this fucking game, Splinter Cell.
Please.
Like, just do it already.
I unironically,
if they announced Splinter Cell at E3 or in the E3 time frame, I will get a Splinter Cell tattoo in honor of Nick Eden.
That just says Splinter Cell right on your forehead.
Yeah, just right on the forehead.
Yeah.
Nick Eden for Sam Fisher, just right here.
I heard Splinter Cell, and then my brain thought Time Splitters.
Oh
Saj says, give me a new Titanfall, please.
It's not going to happen, Saj.
I would love a new Titanfall.
They literally just said that it wasn't going to happen. I would love a new Titanfall 2, don't get me wrong.
Didn't Titanfall 2 just got like a 650% increase in the player base in like 2 days?
Well, yeah, that was because they said that there was going to be a Titanfall update in Apex Legends.
Okay.
They said it was going to be Titanfall content.
I don't know, because what was it? EA did the running game Mirror's Edge. They did a sequel to Mirror's Edge because it suddenly started doing really well on digital platforms like years later.
Catalyst wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either.
It wasn't. Here's the thing. Apex Legends, or not Apex Legends, Respawn has made EA so much money by going, fuck you, we're doing it anyway.
Yeah.
That I could see Respawn going, fuck you, we're making Titanfall 3 anyway. Because like
it's
that's
gonna be
how
a PS5 exclusive.
That's how Apex Legends got made. They basically made it in secret, and they were like, plot twist, we've been making a battle royale, and EA was like, no one's gonna buy this. Or this isn't gonna make us money, and it made them money. They insisted on making a single-player Star Wars game, and then EA was like, oh, suddenly we realize that single-player games make money. I can see a team at Respawn being like, hey, Titanfall 3 is going to sell. We're going to make a Titanfall 3.
Well, and...
I think it would be campaign only, though.
No way. I think that's kind of like what they do with Call of Duty, where Warzone is also tied to both Black Ops. I think that's how you do it.
But you still need to have Modern Warfare installed to launch Warzone.
Right. So I think it's going to be
stupid.
Titanfall multiplayer is also Apex Legends.
Yeah, that I can see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they are doing new modes now where it's kind of like Valorant. There's that new Valorant-esque mode.
I like Valorant.
Yeah.
I haven't played anything in the new Apex update, and I need to. I think I have it installed.
I've never played any of these games.
Apex is fun.
I tried out
shooters.
I tried out Valorant, and it was very slow for me. I couldn't do it.
Valorant's really fun, but it is about patience and accuracy. You should play it with Ryan and I, Ruben. You would have a great time.
I would, but oh my god, could you imagine a Titanfall battle royale? Oh.
That's what I wanted.
Wait, Christian plays Valorant. Christian, play Valorant with us, please.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Sorry.
We could do a stream.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
I will stay up tonight just so we can do this.
Oh no, not tonight. No, God no. Probably next week.
All right, I will clear my schedule so we can do this next week.
Yeah.
Do you think we're getting anything from Bethesda this year, or any announcements from
Starpoint or whatever it's called?
went that route. I'm saying Fallout 76, actual campaign that is good.
I doubt it.
Oh no, I doubt it too. But
they just announced the second expansion's coming out too.
We don't really need it.
But everyone's getting it for free, so
we don't really need it.
I know. We're gonna get a new ESO update from Bethesda.
Oh right, and it's gonna have like a 12-minute long trailer, and I'm gonna be like, I do not
The
care.
Gates of
Show me
Oblivion.
more. Show me something else. And they're gonna be like, hey, remember Elder Scrolls Arena from 1997? It's here, and I'll be like, no, I wasn't. I was 6 years old.
I was 1.
No, I was thinking Machine Games. Aren't they the ones making that Indiana Jones game?
Yes, they are.
People hear anything about that?
I don't know. That's a very good question.
I'm just
Are
wondering.
they going to get the guy who played Han Solo in the Solo movie to play Indy?
Oh no,
that sounds expensive.
That sounds horrible.
Yes,
I haven't seen that.
You shouldn't. Don't waste your money.
It's a good heist movie, but not a good Star Wars movie.
Yeah, I was just very lazy at the time.
Yeah.
Arcane is working on Deathloop, so we're probably not going to see anything from them.
I doubt it.
Those are the only two. Oh, do we have a release date for Tokyo Ghostwire?
Oh, I forgot that was a thing.
I think that game is going to be good.
That I'm interested in. I'm very interested in that.
I'm just very concerned because part of the appeal was that Ikumi Nakamura was working on it, and then she fucked off 3 months later, and then went on her Vision Quest, and now is starting her own studio. And I'm just wondering,
give me Okami 2 for the love of God.
There was that video where she was hanging out with Hideki Kamiya, and they're like, "We're working on Okami 2."
Yeah, give it to me.
I don't know where that went.
So this says it's supposed to be. Sorry to cut in. This says it's supposed to be released worldwide in October 2021 for PS5 and Windows, and late 2022 for Xbox Series X and S.
Oof.
Okay.
Well, at least we'll be hearing about that at E3, definitely.
Do you think we're gonna get the now that the year console exclusivity is up as of, what was it, last week or the week before? Maybe Final Fantasy VII going to Xbox and PC?
I doubt it.
Because they said it was a timed console exclusive.
Yeah.
That it wasn't specifically a console exclusive, but it was a timed console exclusive.
Right, and I think Sony upped their game when they were like, yeah, we have some DLC. Can we also get exclusivity on that?
I think Final Fantasy VII Remake will be announced for a PC Xbox release this year, but it will be only Final Fantasy VII Remake.
It won't be
not
the
integrate,
Yuffie.
and it won't have the Yuffie intermission content.
Yep.
It will have the PS5 updates, because why would you put that on PS?
Visuals, it'll have the visual updates and everything, but not the content.
In 2022, they will announce that you are able to purchase the intermission DLC.
I feel like if they do that,
$30.
they should do do it as a DLC. Don't make you rebuy the damn game.
I can see them doing both, but the DLC first, and then be like, if you never picked it up, here's the Final Fantasy VII Game of the Year edition for Xbox and PC, and it has all that combined.
This is going to be the game that I buy every time that they put this baby up on sale. Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, it's the 10-year anniversary of Final Fantasy VII. You can buy it on PS4. Again, let's do it, baby. Let's fucking do it.
Are you talking original Final Fantasy VII?
No, Final Fantasy VII Remake, sorry. Well, yeah, also
okay.
Final Fantasy VII. If you give me Final Fantasy VII in a physical copy, yeah, I'll take it by, yeah.
It'll be right there where Yoshi is right behind you.
Yeah, I'll frame that shit right over here.
You can import the Japanese version.
I mean, yes. Anything with that.
Those on a Switch cartridge and a PS4 disc in Japan.
Yeah. Christian said we'll probably get another Deathloop trailer because they won't stop showing that game off.
And they need to, because that game is I'm getting real sick and tired of it.
I know what the gameplay
I'm not
is
excited.
I don't know how it works as a story, because they keep insisting that there's a story to it.
Right.
And the theme song has this Deathloop, and it's
this is going to be this game. It's going to be Bethesda's Brink. That's which I think Brink was Bethesda's game, but it's just going to be another version of Brink.
This game is either going to surprise everyone or kind of flop, because it feels like there's a lot of style to it, but they haven't really shown off what the substance is story-wise. Like, obviously, like, it seems like it's a really fun, like, loop game. That's why it's called Deathloop. But, like, I want to speedrun, get good, stream myself, like, doing a single run without getting hit a single time. But I can't imagine that appealing to a super wide audience.
It's
or like a 10 out of 10 IGN Game of the Year, Jeff Keighley's award game.
I don't know.
When will we finally get a sequel to the underrated franchise of Super Monkey Ball?
We already got it on the iOS. Come on.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna see Final Fantasy VII Remake 2? Like a teaser trailer?
I say next year.
Yeah. Okay. Or the Game Awards this year.
Oh,
yeah,
at the earliest.
We are. You know what we are going to see though, for sure, 100%.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
No. Final Fantasy 16.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
They said, "See you next E3."
That's gonna be so good.
And they just did a near raid in Final Fantasy 14, and it was like super popular, and everyone loved it. And it's by the same writing team of Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
And
oh, dude, it's gonna be
good.
so good. Well, and I'm excited. We're going back to we're getting away from the futuristic technology era, and we're going back to the magic system era for Final Fantasy.
We're going back to fucking crystals, baby.
Dude, I am so fucking excited.
So, the thing I like the most is
inject it.
All of the enemy designs and the summon designs look like the original Amano art of the SNES games, but HDified. I am so excited.
God. So when they announced that, my Joel, who is my co-guy for Stats on Stats, the co-host co-guy, I didn't know what to refer to him as. My best friend Joel.
There you go.
We were in a party chat, and I was like 3 seconds ahead of him on his stream. And as soon as I saw it, I said, "It's Final Fantasy 16. We're getting a fucking Final Fantasy 16." And he's like, "No, we're not." And I said, "Watch, we are." But now it's not a PlayStation exclusive. I saw an article the other not too long ago where they were like, it's no longer going to be a PS5 exclusive like it originally was announced.
I don't know, because originally they screwed up on that. They had said that it was going to be for PS5 and PC. And then they took that back and said that it
was just PS5.
Yeah.
So it might be PC, but
yeah, I think it's going to be PC and PS5, and then Xbox gets it a year later.
Yeah.
But I do want to say one more thing about what was it, Deathloop. I think Deathloop has elements of 007 with Groundhog's Day, and it's going to get real tiring real quickly. And I don't expect that game to do well at all.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people excited about it on
it'll be exciting.
Places.
I just feel like it's going to be near-ish where you have to do multiple playthroughs.
Probably.
I mean, it's virtually a roguelike. I mean, I think it's slightly different, but I think the intended vibe is to you play it. I don't think the game's going to be super long to do a loop. I think it's going to fail at its goal because I'm pretty sure its goal is to sell more than Dishonored.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine this doing significantly better than Dishonored.
Right. I think Dishonored had at least... I haven't played any of the Dishonored games, but I assume Dishonored had a pretty good story because it got a Dishonored 2, right?
Yeah, and all the DLC contains the story.
Yeah.
But they said that the last DLC was the conclusion for the Dishonored story, but I really want more Dishonored.
Oh, the Death of the Outsider or whatever. It was really good.
Unfortunately, I never played 2 because I wanted to replay the first, and I never finished my replay.
2, I played through twice. I played it once as Emily and once as Corvo. And I started as Emily to start out, and it was phenomenal. I'm not really big on stealth games. If stealth's optional, I'm going in guns blazing. That's just my thing, and that's actually what I did in Dishonored 1. Was I just went in guns blazing.
I did like the playthrough that I didn't quite finish. I was like doing an all guns blazing playthrough, and I had way more fun than like my first initial stealth run because I'm not good at stealth. But I was like, the context of this game feels like I'm supposed to be stealthy in the storyline, so it's like role playing.
I'm good at stealth in certain games. Like if it's a Metal Gear game, I will be stealthy.
Oh god!
But I feel like I have more to work with in Metal Gear to be stealthy than I do like actual.
It's frustrating because I think there's a way to make stealth and Dishonored fun. I just don't think they did it very well in the first game.
They
and I
did
haven't
not.
played the second, so
The second I was actually a lot more stealthy at.
Okay, that's good.
Christian had mentioned Kojima before. Do we expect to see a Kojima game announced this year at E3?
Of course.
Possibly Death Stranding on Xbox. With it on PC already, I'm assuming it will get an Xbox release at some point.
I don't think it can. If I remember correctly, I could be way off, but like I'm
considering the original PlayStation version was like
an
majorly
exclusive
funded by Sony.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that. Like this is a Bayonetta on Switch situation.
Right. I think that's sticking to.
That's the only reason why.
PS5.
I'm hoping we get a Konami Hideo Kojima like makeup. Like they're like, yeah, we're working together. We're gonna bring Silent Hills. I know it's a long shot, but I would love to see Mr. Kojima bring back Silent Hills or even a new Castlevania title.
It's actually Kojima-san,
thing I can see the new Castlevania thing happening, but specifically as like a sprite-based 2D side-scrolling game.
Well, we got that mobile announcement, and then it just never came out.
Because I think Konami has been extremely risk-averse recently. Like, they're still making games, but it's like the Bomberman game, the weird Contra top-down game that was real crappy.
Contra Rogues or something like that.
Rogue Corps.
Yeah, Rogue Corps. I have it. It's not great, but it's a good time killer. But I mean, they put out the Contra anniversary, they put out the arcade anniversary, and then they put out the Castlevania anniversary, which were all really good.
What I can see Konami doing is making a major announcement on Switch, but like this will be third party on everything. But Switch makes the most sense. I don't know what they call it. Maybe probably just Contra Collection 2, but it would be the Igavania games. So like Symphony of the Night, Circle of the Moon, the whole GBA. The whole Symphony of the Night, the GBA games, the DS games, and I can see that doing that with Contra as well, with like the later games.
Rails of Shadow. Well, then there's the Lords of Shadows, which I would like to see a remaster of the Lords of Shadow games.
I can see that happening. I can't see that being hyped up or like an E3 announcement.
Yeah.
But I feel like
coming to a direct, sort of like how the Ninja Gaiden collection was announced.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think if Konami is going to, let's just say Konami gets crazy and they're like, you know what, we're gonna get back into games, let's fucking do it. If we're gonna do it, let's fucking do it. Boom. First things first, obviously I think they'll go Castlevania. Like if they do, like you said, John, if they do the 2D sprites, fine, that's fine. Just fucking make a good game, bring it in 4K, give me all that good stuff. Second, we fucked up on Metal Gear. Let's get Kojima back in here. Let's fucking make a really good Metal Gear game.
Like I said, I want to see Kojima and Konami,
make up. Metal Gear 5 is what they're going to make.
Even if they were to make up and they're like, we're not going to make the games, but we're going to sign all the rights back over to Kojima. These are his properties.
I don't know about that. They're missing out on money there.
Yeah, they're still making pachinko money on Metal Gear Solid 3 the pachinko game.
I think if anything, it'll be what everybody says is the route that they'll go. Like they'll lend the IP to Sony and have Sony
do a Bayonetta 2, but with Sony.
Right.
Yeah.
So like they're publishing it, they're putting up the bucks, and Konami's just collecting some of the profit.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I think they're extremely risk averse, so I can't imagine them being like, how many millions do you want for another Metal Gear game, Kojima? But I can see Sony being like, how many millions do you want to let us give Kojima a new game, Konami?
Right. Yeah. And also, if they're going that route, let Kojima also let Kojima also work on Silent Hills.
Please.
I think Kojima is more excited to do something Silent Hills than Metal Gear.
Oh yeah, I agree.
He was trying to stop making Metal Gear since Metal Gear Solid 1. Like, he did not want to make Metal Gear Solid 2. He said he wouldn't be directing Metal Gear Solid 3 and 4 and 5 before he eventually directed them.
He did a good job on them.
No, yeah. For someone who was like, I really want to stop making Metal Gear games, that man never stopped making good Metal Gear games.
Well, it's just like with Harrison Ford as Han Solo. He was like, I wanted Han to die in the first movie.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a different route where Kojima's not actually touching the game. God, I gotta stop saying that. Where Kojima doesn't have hands on the game, but he's just like he's overseeing like the story, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you have him as like an executive producer or possibly like a assistant director,
yeah,
like he's in the shadows, he's not really working on it, but they're gonna go to him for advice,
or even like a script outline type of deal. Where
exactly, like he helped write the story,
the general plot points, but not literally every single word like in his actual games.
Yeah, I agree.
All I know is I need Guillermo del Toro and Hideo Kojima to just work more together because
Junji Ito was also supposed to be in that game. He was going to do the monster designs.
God, that's just
I was so bummed out.
If I could have those two work on a Silent Hill game like they were originally supposed to, and hell, bring in Norman Reedus, they're the dynamic trio.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to replace that, and this one's just for you, Ruben.
Tom Hardy.
Bring Tom Hardy. Make him the main character.
Piece of trash. I hate you. Before we close out the show, let's just do a round of crazy announcements that we think are going to happen. John, you go first.
That we think are going to happen?
Crazy announcement that you want to happen. How about that one?
Metroid Prime 4 gets shadow dropped at E3. You can just
okay. All right.
Again, think it's gonna happen? No. Would I love to play? No. You know what? Reverse that. Metroid Prime trilogy.
Okay.
I'll be. I think that's a good balance of both.
I think that's a good balance.
Nintendo can be like, hey, we can see the light. There is an end of the tunnel to Metroid Prime 4. Catch up on the original trilogy until we're done.
Right.
HD. No motion controls because the Switch controls are bad.
Right.
Yeah, let's do it.
Richie, I also just thought that you just squirted a shit ton of ketchup in your mouth.
No, it's my Frito-Lay water bottle.
Okay, all right.
Funny.
No, like John actually made me choke on my drink when he said that. I wasn't ready for that. It's just like, yeah, Metroid Prime 4 dropped at E3.
I would love that.
Okay.
It's not going to happen. I just really want to play that game. And
I would absolutely love it.
Babylon's Fall.
Yeah, give me Babylon's Fall. I'm actually really excited about that game. I think I've made a lot of wild, here's what I want.
4 at E3? No way.
I was saying Kingdom Hearts, and
I think Kingdom Hearts is done for a while. Up until
I could see us getting a Kingdom Hearts Switch exclusive game.
I could see that.
Like a side title thingy that everyone thinks is.
Honestly, if I got like a Metroidvania type Kingdom Hearts game, I'd be okay.
Where you're just Mickey with no shirt.
That sounds like a game Tetsuya Nomura would make.
There is a Mickey side-scrolling game.
Nomura, I'll hit you up.
That's the one that David Jaffe. That was like David Jaffe's first game, right?
Castle of Dreams.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Which I bought it on Steam and it's on sale right now. So if you don't have it, buy it. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Really easy. I think if I'm going like super wild accusation or like not accusations, but like assumptions or predictions. Damn. Spider-Man 2 will get a release date for 2022.
Okay. See, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
I could see that.
God of War HD collection coming to PS5 with God of War 1, 2, Ghosts of Sparta, Chains of Olympus, and Ascension.
Why are you doing this to yourself?
I don't think Sony wants anyone to know that God of War existed before God of War 3. I think there is a reason why they never brought those games officially to PS4. They were like, here's the game where Kratos kills the Greek pantheon. That's all you need to know to go into new God of War.
Yeah.
God of War 2 will definitely get a release date for this year.
I'm sorry, there's not much we can say about 2E2 because it's coming out in July. Like, yeah, we'll get some more, like a trailer at E3.
We'll get a
but, like,
demo. We're gonna get a demo for it just so you can test out the combat to see how it's gonna feel and everything.
Yeah,
I hope so.
And I would like a demo for No More Heroes 3.
When is No More Heroes 3 coming out?
August 27th or 28th.
Okay.
That's
a few weeks after my birthday,
right?
Yeah, I think
yes, it will be a Switch exclusive, which I am. As of right now, that's in my top 5 anticipated games for the year because I've been wanting No More Heroes 3 for years now.
I need to catch up. I was replaying No More Heroes 1. I need to do that.
So good. It's so good.
I'm also excited, but there are so many games that are like my type of game this year, and I'm having so much.
Don't play Travis Strikes Back because the game's bad. It's really freaking bad.
I'll probably watch a Let's Play.
I mean, don't spend money on it. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, no, I know it's bad. I just like the meta story about him just like shitting on the EA president that made him turn Shadows of the Damned into a train wreck.
The last section of the game is just like it's an unfinished game, and like he's just making jokes about it the entire time. He's just like, well, I guess this game was kind of rushed, so like it's not a good game.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny though.
That's so much funnier when it's like a $15 game and not like a $30 game.
Oh, I bought the season pass, so it was a $50 game.
What do you get with the season pass?
The 2 expansions, which are just not good. Not good. I think I put about 15 hours into the game and I beat it. And that's with both expansions.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I'll probably pick it up as a $5 sale, but not more.
Because I remember a lot of people talking about it in the Kind of Funny community, and I was like, oh, I completely forgot this was a thing. I'm going to go buy it before watching any reviews on it. Instant regret.
Instant regret. Speaking of reviews, how did Pokemon Snap review?
I was watching Mad Russia, a streamer I follow, and he was playing it today, and I might pick it up.
I think I saw an IGN 8 out of 10 somewhere.
Yeah, okay. IGN gave it an 8.
I'll take that. All right, cool.
They, but from what Rush was saying, he says they changed absolutely nothing. They did the right way. And yeah, hon, is there a way to play? Saj, what do you mean by that?
No More Heroes 1 and 2. They're on Switch.
Yeah, they're on Switch. $20 a piece.
Yeah.
7.8, too much Pokemon. Well, as long as it's
Pokemon Snap isn't my thing.
Neither.
I appreciate it, but it's not for me.
It's not for me either, but I figured it would be a nice, fun game for my nephews.
Oh,
so.
Here, I will go wild real quick. We're getting Pokken 2.
I actually would love that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I will go wild, and they're going to make a Pokken 2 announcement, and they're going to add in more X and Y. We're getting a some of the Sun and Moon.
Listen, man,
and then Sword and Shield.
You give me Sir Fetch, then I'm all good.
You really think they're not going to hype up whatever comes after Sword and Moon?
Well, I mean, this might come out. I would also really just like Silver and Gold to get their Let's Goes.
It's not gonna happen. I don't want them to get
I know it's not gonna go. But like, if you think about it, Let's Go Togepi and Let's Go.
No, Let's Go Umbreon and Let's Go Eevee. I mean, Espeon. Yeah.
I think they're gonna want to. I think they're gonna want to emphasize the breeding aspect because that was the big mechanic of Silver and Gold.
Yeah,
and
but also a day and night. But also the day and night system was also a big thing.
I remember because that's when that was introduced. And I remember when I booted up my Game Boy Color for the first time playing Silver. I was like, I'm gonna set it to midnight, and then I walk out. And I was like, holy shit, it's dark.
Shit.
What do 7-year-olds get more excited by though? Darkness or babies?
You're right, babies.
Like baby
babies.
puppies.
Darkness.
So,
Whoa.
I mean-
Darkness, my old friend.
not all of us were listening to FDR when we were 7.
But I think that my prediction I'm gonna make is that we see more Pokemon Project Arceus or whatever the fuck it's called, Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Absolutely.
With Tom Hardy as the main character.
I think of the games that are probably not coming out this year, I think that is the biggest one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Did that get
it's
2021?
maybe late 2022.
Yeah, they said there's a article I read last week that said that game is going to get released only when Nintendo has a release window open for it, because apparently Nintendo has a shit ton of games coming out. So we'll see.
Oh man, that must be so hard having so many games. You're like, where do we put this really good game?
Yeah.
It's like we have so many good games to sell.
Yeah.
We don't want.
Do you think they're gonna make a Zelda announcement at E3 where they're like, hey, you know how you guys said you wanted Wind Waker and Twilight Princess and Ocarina of Time on Switch?
No.
Here you go.
I doubt it. They're gonna disrespect.
I could see that in a fall direct with a winter release, but
I doubt it.
honestly, not even that, because Breath of the Wild 2 is probably coming out at the end of the year.
Right.
I don't think Nintendo likes to double down too hard on Zelda.
Right. That's exactly
Like when they've got a big title coming.
They already got a Zelda in
I
what is
definitely
it? August?
want some kind of sequel to Link's Awakening, though.
Oh my god!
I want the
would
Oracle
love it.
games
In
remastered.
the Link's Awakening art style. Yeah, that's what I think would be great.
And
But
bring
I
back
don't think
that-
we'll ever get those because Capcom worked on, or Capcom is the publisher for
No,
Oracle.
they were. No, remember, Nintendo is highly litigious, so they were a contracted developer that Nintendo owned. Because you can get the games on the Nintendo eShop for the DS when
Right.
it was open.
Right.
They uploaded them there.
Which I remember buying them and playing
the
them
3DS.
because Oracle of Seasons, which was the red one.
Yep.
Am I remembering that correctly?
That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. That
Oracle
was
of
my
Ages
first
is
Zelda
the-
game.
Yeah. Mine.
My brother had
was Link's
Blue,
Awakening.
The Ages.
Also, like Capcom. Speaking of Capcom, no, sorry, I'm gonna rewind there for a second. Namco, bring back Pac-Man World. You know, let's get a
Oh,
fucking
the 3D Pac-Man game?
Yeah, let's get a fucking
Hell
3D
yeah.
Pac-Man game.
That would be interesting.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember playing like 30 seconds of that game, and because like a friend was like over and he had that game, and I tried it out, and I was like, no, thank you. But
My buddy in,
I played the shit out
in
of that
elementary school, he had a GameCube and he had Pac-Man World 2 or 3. And I was like, yeah, let's play that. And he's like, no, let's play Battlefront 2 or Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I was like, no, let's play Pac-Man. I want to play Pac-Man.
it was like I woke up earlier than everyone else at the sleepover, so I'm gonna play video games for like 20 minutes, and then I was like, nah.
Oh, we're going to get a release date for the Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah,
We're
absolutely.
going to get its new release date.
I just feel like why bother? You know, like I'm not a big Lego.
It's Lego Star Wars.
Game. All right, guys. Go ahead.
I like the Lego Star Wars.
I'm excited for that game. I don't think there's a lot to say about it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think this is where we end the show. Thank you for joining me, as always. John, where can people find you?
At Noisy Shark. I've been tweeting a lot of random tweets lately.
All right.
I should be having some more free time soon, so I'll try to work on stuff. But my job has just been giving me like really late hours and then really
Yeah.
early hours. And I can't,
Shitty.
like, do anything.
I don't miss that at all.
Sucks.
Yeah, real shit.
Right.
Richie, where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Rich Dolphus. They can also find my Twitch at Rich Dolphus as well, where tonight I will actually be streaming my reaction to the finale for that Invincible show.
Oh, I thought you were going to say where they could find you live reacting to this live reaction.
Probably that too.
Oh, that sounds pretty fun.
Also, you can find me here on the Penultimate Conquest channel.
All right.
And where I will be hosting Stats on Stats, a Lit RPG podcast.
Okay. When's the next episode?
The 9th.
Okay, cool.
Where as of right now, we will have author S.L. Rowland, the author of Pangea Online and Sentenced to Troll.
All right, cool. You can find me at That Guy Tuesday. I made another Twitch, unfortunately. Yeah. So
Let's get that affiliate status.
You can. I would love that. We can get some followers, some affiliate status. That'd be great. You can find me on Twitter at That Guy Tuesday and on Instagram at That Guy Tuesday. See what I'm up to. Next week we are doing a bunch of shows. I believe Eric is streaming. What was it? The Mortal Kombat.
Last two. Oh, is he doing?
I think so. I could be wrong. No, that's I'm incorrect. That's next week.
The 9th is when he's doing Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. So next week we have our Marvel Mondays Initiative show where we are talking about the series review for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it's going to be insane. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't have anything lined up for next week.
Yeah, we do.
That. What?
Invincible.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're doing. I completely forgot.
I was like, hold up.
You just mentioned it. And
look
Saj,
at the chat.
Yeah,
look at
Saj
the chat.
put insert Invincible photo. Yes, I completely forgot about that. Yes, we are doing our Invincible review next week, which is going to be pretty crazy. I'm excited for this episode tonight to see what's up.
I'm excited too.
Like I said, I'm going to
like
be live
knowing
reacting.
nothing.
So, what I was thinking about doing is waiting until I get a little group in, and then I was like, all right, let's all turn on Amazon and I'll press play together and let's watch it.
Okay, cool. What did you say, John?
I've gone from like knowing nothing about Invincible to it being like one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah, right.
John, I'm going to send you my compendium number 1. I'm going to send. I will send that to you so you can read it because it is my favorite comic. It is so good.
It gives me the vibe. I remember like as a kid when I was first getting into anime and I was like, why aren't cartoons like this? Why aren't they like storylines and like got really intense gore and stuff? This gives me the feeling of like watching Naruto for the first time and being like, this is big boy cartoons.
Okay.
I love it. It's really good.
What are my thoughts on Invincible? Is it good? Is it bad?
Let's find out on Thursday.
Yeah. Stay tuned next week, Thursday. We'll find out. We'll see. Have a good one, guys. Thank you once again. Bye.